Again, why should we want that? Don't know.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Pamela, and I am with the Blossom team. So we are having this call today to give you a deeper understanding on what our current program is about. So on today's call, we will give you an overview of who Blossom is, what we do at Blossom Academy, and what the Code for Food Security program is all about. And if you have any questions, we will address this on today's call. Please, if you can hear me, can I get a reaction or a thumbs up so I know I can proceed? All right. Okay. Thank you all for the engagement. Thank you. All right. So without wasting much time, I would like to tell you all about what we do at Blossom, or who Blossom Academy is. So I'll share my screen. Okay. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see.
Yes,
All right.
I see.
Okay. Thank you very much. So okay. All right. So Blossom Academy, what we do at Blossom Academy is to create opportunities for underserved communities, right? And we do this through the provision of digital skills. Now, when I talk about digital skills, I'm trying to say that through data analytics, data science, digital marketing, and AI. So that is the reason why we exist. Now, so we realized that there was a lot of companies here in Ghana who were taking their data outside the country for insights. But we also knew that we had talent in Ghana and Africa. So we wanted to bridge the gap there. That is why we came about our fellowship programs to provide data skills to usually unemployed graduates and then connect them to internship. So we envision a world where Africa data scientists can provide solutions from the problems that exist in companies. So according to all right, according to the IFC, by 2030, 650 million Africans will require digital skills. And with this data or with this information, we know that we are on the right path to contributing to that. And then there are 230 million jobs in just the sub-Saharan Africa that would require digital skills by 2030. So we are preparing the youth to be able to take up these jobs by 2030. Now, this is why we exist. We've been in existence for about 6 years now, since 2018, but officially 2019. And one of Alberta, she's one of the students that went through our recent generation program. Her story inspires us, and that is the reason why we keep doing what we do. It's the stories, right? And then the impact that we make. And I'll play her video at the end of my presentation so you understand what I mean. Now, I know most of you will think that, oh, there are other companies out there. Why should I do this with Blossom Academy? So for us, what differentiates us from others is these three pillars. They are our unique pillars because we believe in peer-to-peer learning. So when you get into the fellowship program, we group you into smaller groups of 3 to 5, depending on the class size, for you to work on projects. We believe in collaboration. So we start that right from the classroom. And then there is also mentor-based learning. So during the program, I think once in a week or bi-weekly, we bring in industry experts to come in to talk to our fellows about what it truly means to become a data expert out there. It's a different thing when you are learning all the numbers, how to clean data, make insights, and then you cannot relate to it outside the classroom. So we bring these industry experts in for our fellows to be able to relate with them and experience what it's like to be a data professional outside the classroom. And finally, project-based learning. At the end of every 2 thoughts, there is a project that you'd have to complete. Now we give our fellows real world data sets to work with so that once they complete and then they go out there, it's not far from what they have been taught in class. So this is the entire model that Blossom Academy is built on, right? So it's in 3 stages. One is the training phase. Depending on the kind of program we are running and depending on funder specification, our programs run from 12 weeks up to 20 weeks. Now we do 12 weeks for our digital marketing class and our data analytics class. And for our data science and AI class, you see the class going up to 16 weeks to 20 weeks. After this intensive weeks, then the internship phase comes in. So we want our fellows to be able to make use of what has been taught in class, right? So at the end of every cohort, we pair them with industry companies for them to be able to practice what they have learned. So what we do is that we make sure that these internships are paid so that they will be able to cater for transportation, data, and food, right? And we are proud to say that we have more than 85 retention rates. So after the internship, almost half of the companies would like to recruit our fellows because of the value that they bring on board. And this is done between 3 months to 6 months. And if the company sees value in you, they can extend it to 9 months or give you a full-time contract. And then the last one is the economic opportunity, which is what I just touched based on. So we use the internship as a gateway to create opportunities for our graduates. We all know how difficult it is for companies to recruit you when they have not had a taste of you, for lack of better words. They have not seen the value that you bring on board. So we use the internship as a gateway for them to see the value that you bring. And then after that, most companies retain our fellows. Now, as I mentioned, we give data analytics skills. And for that, the tools that will be taught is Power BI, SQL, Excel, and Python programming. And then we do data science, which is more geared towards the Python. And then there is the artificial intelligence that also uses Python and machine learning and digital marketing as well. So these are the organizations that have partnered with us to give unemployed graduates the opportunity, to give unemployed graduates the skills to be able to earn something or to be employed. So we have worked with Digital Africa, we have worked with MasterCard, and we recently ended our work with Generation Ghana. So for this particular cohort is with the World Food Program. And this is our impact since we started. I think in my earlier submission, I mentioned that Blossom started in 2018, but fully operational in 2019. And even this data is not up to date yet because we have some cohorts still running. So we will update them when we are done. But at the moment, we have trained about 261 females, 273 men, and we have seen an increase in salary over the past year since we started. We see fellows coming in with 2x salary, and then in the course of 6 months, in the course of a year, they go away with 3x, 4x. And this is the average time that most of our fellows secure opportunities. That is 30 to 60 days. And the other numbers also speak for itself. So these are the companies that have hired from us, let me put it that way, or that have absorbed our interns after their internship. This is just a few. We have a lot, but we cannot put all on the deck. Now, this is how we measure our impacts. Success of our program, or we measure success when our fellows are able to increase their income. We see them doing bigger things and higher things. So we will use these three as examples. There is Emefajia, who anytime I talk about her story, I become very some way because I remember during the recruitment, the team was like, oh, she's a mother, she might not be able to commit and all that. But then again, we decided to give her a chance to see what she can do because on her interview, she possessed grades. And that is what we are looking at, the willingness to go through the program, right? Now she goes through the program and she becomes one of our top stars. So at the moment, she is working full-time with Beacon Power Services as a data analyst. And then when she started that role, within a year, she advanced to HR analytics position through the African Youth Women's Fellowship at the UNDP New York. When you check her LinkedIn account, she's traveling here and there from New York to Germany, like she's all over the place. And Blossom Academy gave her that stepping stool of foot. And then there's Clifford Akaineti, who was sponsored by the Expo 2020 Dubai program, where he studied data engineering, and he also secured a full-time role with Get Ignatize Ghana after the fellowship program. Now he's been able to quadruple his salary. So let's say he came in with 200 Ghana cedis. Now that's times 4 of what he's earning. So add 4 zeros to it, and then you know that he's earning very much more than I am here. But that's what it's. And then there's Rolanda Azim. Well, her story is quite different, but we love to share it because I believe once we give you the skills, we would also want you to start something, even though maybe you've not had the opportunity to be on a bigger platform. So for her, she joined the PJ McGovern class in 2024. And after she was able to secure a contract role with Isoko Ghana. But during her studies, she was able to leverage on what was taught in class to help her sister in the market. Her sister sells vegetables at Agbogloshi market, and she realized that most of the times the vegetables go bad real quick. And it's like her sister runs as a loss every time. So through the skills that we gave her, she was able to identify which of the vegetables were fast moving goods and the ones that used to go back bad early. And her sister was able to stop taking or stop stocking up goods that were not like really moving. And we were really impressed by that. I think she shared a dashboard on how she did that on LinkedIn as well. So you can check all of them out to inspire yourself. So just recently, about 2 months or a month ago, we ended a program in partnership with MasterCard Foundation and Generation Ghana, where we aim to train more than 2,000 youth in digital skills by 2030. Now, the first phase of the partnership has ended, but it is likely that there might be a renewal for us to be able to achieve that. So, yes, that is all about Blossom Academy. And I would like to play the testimonial from the beginning. And then after that, we take a few questions.
I have a background in business administration, specifically marketing. And one interesting thing about myself is that I love to go on.
Please, we do not hear any sound, Miss Pamela.
a roller coaster, but it's been very much worth it. It's been fun, it's been insightful, and it's been stressful, but definitely worth it. So far, I have utilized the skills to teach some of my employees how to use Excel. And right now we use that to collect data. So now they know how to key in information in Excel. And I'm hoping that even after they are no longer with me or in the
Apologies for that. People not here, so I'm restarting video. Thank you.
My name is Always Ananama Ilku. I have a background in business administration, specifically marketing. And one interesting thing about myself is that I love to go on hikes, very long hikes, like 5-hour hikes. It makes me so happy. The view is always worth it. So I have a little business, and working within this business has made me realize that data is so important. And I wanted to really be able to utilize the data I was receiving. So that's what really motivated me to start or get into data analytics. Before I start anything, I try my best not to have expectations. I don't want to get disappointed, or I don't want to be surprised. So I didn't really have any expectations, but I would say that I am more than pleased. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been very much worth it. It's been fun, it's been insightful, and it's been stressful, but definitely worth it. So far, I have utilized the skills to teach some of my employees how to Excel. And right now we use that to collect data. So now they know how to key in information in Excel. And I'm hoping that even after they are no longer with me or in the future, they can still utilize the skill I've taught them. Data comp has been very helpful for me because I use it to revise after every class. And it has some exercises on there which helps me sharpen my skills. But for me, I really think I'm going to be using it more after, because I want to learn additional things that we didn't necessarily study here as well. And I just think just to go an extra mile, I will do data camp. So thank you, Blossom, for signing us on to data camp. For me, it's been about 7 years since I finished my degree. And so the fact that I've been able to grasp what I've studied here is such a big deal. And I will give props to our lecturers, our teachers. They've done such an amazing job of being very thorough, and we really appreciate that. I really appreciate them, and shout outs to freshers and Seb and everyone who has taught us. Teachers, they've done such an amazing job of
Okay, so that was a short testimonial from Alberta. We love her testimonial because she was able to also impact others from what was taught here. So in short, this is what we do at Blossom. If you have any questions, maybe you can raise your hands. Then we take it, maybe just a few. Afterwards, then we talk about what the Code for Food Security is really about. So the floor is open to questions.
Good evening.
Hi, Ladi, good evening.
Yeah, please, I wanted to confirm if the opportunity is for only young professionals or students are included.
Okay, so because our program is quite intensive, we give the opportunities to those who are done with school, so undergrads, right? And I think I mentioned earlier that we give the opportunity to unemployed graduates. but depending on what the funder requires of us, we sometimes give the opportunity to those who are early stage professionals. So when you head to our website, we currently have a data analytics class that is coming out soon or coming up soon, with applications open for early stage working professionals. So that is between 0 to 3 years. You can apply for that program. But for Code4Security, is specifically for unemployed graduates who are looking to get into the tech space. I think I answered that. Any
Yeah,
question?
thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, I'm Judith Williams. So while you were talking, I heard you mention undergrad. Does it mean anybody with a master's degree cannot be enrolled?
So if you have a master's degree, if you have a PhD, you can apply. So far as you are within the 18 to 35 year bracket, it meets the program requirements, you can apply.
All right,
We
thank
have
you.
people with master's degree apply. So
All right,
that's not.
sure. Thank you.
All right. Our Hassan, Yashini. Pardon me if I don't mention your name right.
It's Yashini.
Yashini. All right.
Yes. I wanted to find out if you are making any accommodations for people outside Accra, because I noticed you require an in-person session within the week.
Yes. So for Code4Food security, unfortunately, we cannot provide accommodations for those outside Accra and Ghana. So I think we stated that on the flyer that the opportunity is open to those living in Accra. So for this one, and I think for our just recently ended Generation Ghana program, we did it in Kumasi. But for this one, it's happening here in Accra. I mean, some of these things are not within our reach to change, or are not within our means to change. They are funder specific. So we just need to like abide with them. So I'll take questions from Kwame and Richmond, and then we'll head straight to talk about what the Code4Food security is about. After then, we continue with the questions. So, Richard, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Oh, all right, okay. Mine is with regards to those living outside Ghana. I think I see in the form, but I indicated and added it to I think a stage boss. I think it was a comment or something like that. So I don't know either provisions will be provided for those living outside Ghana to join online.
Unfortunately, no. We
No.
cannot provide provisions for those living outside Ghana.
All
The
right.
requirements are funder specific.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Then,
you.
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Kwame.
Good evening. Good evening.
Mm.
Yeah, I wanted to be certain on one thing about one's background.
Okay.
Like, so regardless of your bachelor's degree background, the fact that you are unemployed and you are able to fund for yourself in Accra, are you eligible for this program, or your background counts?
No, so it's open to all. Well, one thing that we really assess is your motivation. You know, the program is fully funded, meaning that it costs zero amounts of cedis or dollars to join the program. Now, because of that, we are going to attract a lot of people. And we need to make sure that there is value in what we are doing. So we need to measure your motivation for the program. So as a way to do that, there is a whole recruitment process that you go through. I'll touch base on it when I'm talking about the Code for Food Security. So your background is not really a problem. So you can come from the background, you can come from engineering, the social sciences. So far as you are willing to learn, that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So I think there was a question in the chat. Yes, this opportunity is not for early stage working professionals. It's only for unemployed graduates because of the program schedule. It's full time, meaning that it is going to be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I will mention it when I talk about the Code for Food Security. So we'll take all the rest of the questions after the presentation on Code for Food Security. So as I mentioned earlier on, we've currently secured a partnership with World Food Programme, who also works under the UN umbrella, and we want to implement their Code for Food Security program. Now, the project title is Youth Economic Empowerment through Digitalization for Resilience in Food and Nutrition Security. And we are looking to give unemployed graduates advanced AI skills and data science skills to design and, can you guys hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Okay. So the overall aim of the project is to give unemployed graduates advanced AI and data science skills to design and implement solutions that can strengthen the resilience in food and nutrition security, right? So this program is going to be a 5-month program, and we are going to delve into AI and machine learning. That would be the main tools, or that would be the main things that we'll be talking about. So for this program, it's not going to be on Excel or data analysis. No, we are going to be doing a lot of AI, machine learning, and Python programming. And we are going to use more examples from the agricultural sector because of the aim of the project. Now, at the end of every month or at the end of every 2, there is going to be a project on agriculture. So we are going to put you in smaller groups, maybe a group of 5 to 6, looking at the numbers, so that you can work on these projects before you complete at the end of month 5. Once you complete at the end of month 5, we will look at your background, your interest, and pair you with a company where you can intern with. So each and every one, now you have the chance to choose if you want to go into freelancing, which we are going to support you throughout the entire journey. So we have a team dedicated to helping you set up your profile, helping you on how you can price and on how you can take up freelance gigs. Or you can decide to also take the internship. Now, the internship can take many forms. It could be an in-person internship. It could be a remote internship or hybrid, depending on what's available. But one thing that we make sure is that we are pairing you with a company that is suited to your background, just so when you get in, you can know a few things, or it's not too different from what you know or what you have been taught. So in our little way of also bridging the gender gap in the digital space, we are looking at giving females more seats in this class. And for the first time ever, we are including persons with disabilities. So we will have persons with disabilities join us for this program. So the program applications will end on the 8th of December, and then the recruitment process will follow from there. Please listen carefully. The recruitment process is in 3 phases. That is the critical thinking test. It's a short test, 1 hour, and it's written or it's done in real time, but it's online. So the critical thinking test is 1 hour, done in real time, and it's online. So on the 9th of December, we will take our critical thinking test, and it will be sent to everyone. Now, if you don't receive an email to take the critical thinking test, then it means that you do not meet the basic requirements that was stated on the flyer, which is you should be in Accra, you should be between the ages of 18 to 35 years. I mean, those 2 for now. Yes. So if you don't receive any mail from us, then it means that you do not fall within or you do not meet the criteria of the program. Once the test starts and closes, there will be no extension. So if you miss it, that is it. As I said earlier on, these steps or these processes are put in place just to measure your motivation for the program. Now, the critical thinking test is not going to be something far-fetched, right? It is going to be basic things that you are going to need for the class. So basic questions, basic statistics question that you will need to be able to join the class. So nothing to panic over, nothing to prepare for. Just make sure that you put it on your calendar and then you prepare accordingly. After that, then there is a short test or the short course. So we are in partnership with DataCamp, which works like Coursera. But with DataCamp, there is a plethora of data courses on that platform where you can take data analytics course, data science course on your own. It's a self-learning platform. Now, all those who pass the critical thinking test will be shortlisted to take a short course on DataCamp. Usually, DataCamp courses can be taken 4 hours in one sitting, but we give you 48 hours to complete it. Usually, you can take the course 4 hours in one sitting. So if you say you are sitting down to complete the entire course, it should take you 4 hours. But then we give you 48 hours because maybe something can come up and all that. Kindly make sure that you complete within the 48 hours. For DataCamp, we have our own way to measure your score on the platform. So we give you the premium access, because if you don't have the premium access, you'll not be able to complete the course. So we will onboard you from our end, and then you'd have to create a profile if you don't have access to DataCamp to do so. Now, once you pass the DataCamp course stage, then you come for an interview. The interview is also virtual. It's usually a short call, 5 to 10 minutes, just to also assess your motivation, because these programs, we put a lot of money, effort into this program. So we need to make sure that we are giving the opportunity to the right people. So you book a slot, we'll send you a link to book a slot, and then we have a very short conversation with you just to get an understanding of your background, reason why you want to join the program and all that. Then after that, we bring out the final list. So that is how it is going to go. Now, the program itself, just a minute. The program itself is set to start on the 12th of January, 2026. So all the processes that I have mentioned will be done this month. The interviews would end latest by 30th December or maybe first week in January, but the class starts on the 12th. Before the class starts, there will be an orientation on the 9th, a virtual one for you to get to know your facilitators, have access to the curriculum, and if there's anything to download, software to download, we do that with you in the class. So high level, that is how the Code for Food Security program is going to be. Now, the class schedule. Reasons why we usually say that our programs are for unemployed graduates is because of the schedule, right? One, the reason is because it's funder specific. And the reason why we cannot make any way or room for those who are working is because of their schedule. It's very intensive. Intensive in the sense that you'd have class 4 times in a week, Monday to Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So 3 days out of the 4 days will be online classes. And then you'd have 1 day to come in person for in-person sessions so that you can meet your classmates, you can bond, and if there was anything that was taught in class that you didn't really get, and I mean, there's physical interaction for you to also do that. All classes will be taken at our facility as Kwabenya Point 1, unless otherwise. If the location would be changed, it will be communicated to you before the class starts on the 12th. But for now, it will be at Kwabenya Point 1. That is where Blossom Academy is. And we understand that sometimes as unemployed graduates, it is difficult to cater for yourself. So for this program, we will be giving some data bundles as stipend to help with the online classes. It might not be as much, but it's a little way to also encourage you to keep going. So we will be doing that for the class. If there's any other benefits that might be communicated to you during the orientation, which is scheduled for the 9th. But for now, what has been confirmed is there will be data allocation to anyone who mixes into the program. Now, to join the program, you definitely need a laptop. Unless, well, you definitely need a laptop. So if you don't have a laptop and then you keep on progressing to the next stage, you have to look for a laptop. We are not providing laptops for this program. Maybe if you would need a laptop urgently and then you make it into the program, you can write to the team and they can take it up for you. But in the meantime, you will need a laptop. If it needs, you'd have to borrow until maybe there's a decision or something about the laptops. You still need a laptop. So on a higher level, that is what the program is going to be about. Please, if you have any questions, I'll open the floor for questions.
Hi, can I ask a question?
Yes, please, you can.
Okay, so the orientation on the 9th, will that be done virtually or in person?
Virtually.
Please come again.
Virtually, online.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Florence, can you hear from me?
Hello, please I have a question to ask.
Okay, Florence, can you hold on with your question? Please go ahead.
Yes, please, I want to ask whether there will be an interview before admission or maybe vetting to assess the applicant before taking applicants.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
There will. Florence, maybe you can type in your question in the chat and then I'll do my best to read it out. Is it Jake or Kofi? Jake, were you the one who just spoke?
No, please.
Okay, kindly go ahead with the question.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. Kindly go ahead.
Okay. Your voice is inaudible, but let me go ahead with my question. Please, I want to find out from you whether you've made any special provisions for special people, I mean persons with disabilities, and also with regards to your location. I for instance, I applied in Takoradi, but I have it in mind that when the program starts, I will purchase someone in Accra. So have you considered that aspect too, so that you don't disqualify and choose people who want to, I mean, on board on the program? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Jake. So yes, if you are planning to stay with somebody in Accra, that is fine. I mean, there are cases that we've had people coming from Kumasi. So I think that's our livelihood cohort in 2023. Yes, 2023. She's called Joanna. Joanna used to come all the way from Kumasi every Thursday for her in-person class. I would come to work and then I'll see her in one corner. You see, like she barely had some sleep, but she was motivated to come. Like she wanted to come because she knew what she should be getting at the end of the day. As we speak now, she's outside the country and she's also doing brighter things now. So if you are willing to come from Takoradi to stay with somebody, then that is good. That's a first start. Now, concerning the accommodations for persons with disability, certainly there will be accommodations for them, not in terms of maybe a place to sleep, but maybe extra benefits, but that would also be communicated to you all on the date of the orientation, that is the 9th. So if I answered your question, then thank you very much. Kofi, let's kindly hear from you.
All right, thank you. Please, my question is with the laptops, do you have any specific laptops that you need? Maybe you want Windows or Linux or Apple laptops. And then with those who are employed, maybe someone is employed, but he or she wants to switch to like what you are about to teach. Can the person still join, or once he or she is employed, automatically you disqualify the person? Thank you.
Okay, so for this program, once you are employed, you are automatically disqualified because in my understanding, you are spending 4 days with Blossom and it's a full day, 9 to 4. And work usually starts from 9 and then ends at 5. So I doubt that there will be an employer who will give you the opportunity to go through this program for 5 months, meaning that the only available time you'd have for your actual work is Fridays, which I also doubt that you will get time because there will be series of assignments and project work to work on. Now, even if your HR or your employer is very lenient and would want you to go through the program, how would you combine that with the internship? Now, the goal of the internship is for you to also get an experience or be retained. So what do you do when you are retained? These are some of the reasons why we do not, or we are not taking people who are employed for this program. As I mentioned, we have opened applications for data analytics for those who are early stage professionals. That the schedule is very flexible. I think the online classes are twice in a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then on Saturdays in person from 9 to 4 as well. So if you don't fit in here, maybe that could be an option. We can check that out. Thank you. Ernestina, can we hear from you, please?
Please, you didn't answer my question about the kind of laptops we need for this program. Maybe a Windows machine or a MacBook or Linux. Like, do you have specific laptops?
MacBooks we do not prefer because of the software that we'll be using. So it becomes difficult to launch your Jupyter notebook on MacBooks. So anything aside MacBook is good. And maybe you should have a laptop with 8 gig RAM at least. Yes, so that is not slow.
Okay, thank you.
Ernestina.
Hi, good evening. Please, I want to know if people living around Kaswa also qualify, because you mentioned that it's for just people living in Accra, and then Kaswa is a little close to Accra. So coming for the on-site class will not be a problem. But you said if you don't get the link, it means you don't qualify for the basic requirements, which is living in Accra. So I want to know.
Okay, so if you live in Kaswa, if you live in Tema, if you live in Dawenya, I mean, at the end of the day, is your motivation. If somebody can come from Kumasi to our class for 12 weeks and never miss the class, you can come as well. So Kaswa is not outside Accra, our definition. You can still make it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. Samuel.
All right. Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, thanks for the opportunity. Mine has to do with, I think someone asked already and then you've answered it correctly. But I don't know, it's just a suggestion. I think you should consider the employed people as well.
Okay.
Maybe if you can have an extensive program for us to, you will be glad.
All right.
Some of us, though we are employed, but it's because of the situation and then the economic hardship.
Okay.
And then some of us too, looking at the background where we are coming from and the way globally everything is turning to IT, data. Some of us wants to switch our career goals to a different path, which is in line with what Bosom is doing. So, but we cannot also leave everything that we are doing and then join Bosom because of upkeeps and all that. So, at least if your honorable institution can consider an extensive program for those working during weekends and all that too, we'll be glad, because I've been following Bosom for a very long time. As I'm talking to you now, I know I'm disqualified, but as I'm talking to you now, I am working, but I have joined the Zoom. and I am listening to everything that is going on. I did my degree whilst I was still working. So I think you guys should consider that. And please, if you can share the new program that you are saying it's for, it's online and then weekends. If you can share it for us to also consider that and then do the registration, we will be glad. Yes.
All right.
But I know I'm disqualified.
Thank you so much, Samuel.
Yeah, welcome.
So your submission is very valid, and we have taken notice or note of what we will share it
Okay.
with you. But for this particular program, there are a lot of stakeholders on board, and once the work plan has been approved, amending it will mean a lot. So for this particular cohort, maybe we cannot accommodate, but subsequent ones, once we are done and then we give the team feedback, maybe they can accommodate people who are working. Would also drop the link to the data analytics program for employed graduates in the comment section so that you can check that out as well. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Because I'm just right behind you. Point one.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right, thank you. Okay. Yashni Al Hassan. I hope I got that right.
It's better.
Pardon me.
So
Hi.
you mentioned being employed sort of disqualifies you. I
Yes.
am currently employed, but not like in the financial aspects, because I currently run a social enterprise that focuses on reducing food insecurity and women economic empowerment. So ideally, this have gone in line with what I'm doing. That's the whole reason why I applied to begin with. So I don't know if that is a restriction.
Okay, so I will advise that you send an email to the team. I'm sure there's a particular email address that you receive updates.
Okay.
Yes, kindly do that maybe tomorrow or at the end of the call, and they will look into it for you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Zubeida, yes.
Hello, good evening, and thank you for the opportunity. So just like Samuel, I also know I'm disqualified because I'm in all the way in the Upper West region here. But then I want to suggest something. Maybe in your future programs, you should make rooms for us. Maybe the in-person program, if you can provide a virtual one, as in those that are far away and still have the passion for it, so that we can also get the opportunity to experience that. So that is what I want to add up to. But I still want to find out, is there I mean, is there a way you can be able to provide maybe during the in-person program, you can provide a space for those of us that are far away in the Upper West region, in the northern regions, to also have a feel of it.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier on, for this program, there are a lot of stakeholders on board, and their plans has been approved. So there's like an approved work plan we are working with. So we cannot make any corrections or additions to it. It's going to take a very long time, go to the top, come back. By the time it comes back, maybe that we can't really put it in order. So as I said to, was it Samuel? I will take note of what you have shared, and then maybe hopefully in the future the team can run programs in Western region. But for now, we do run programs in Kumasi, which very soon we will be having another one in data analytics and digital marketing. but the dates have not been confirmed yet. That will be hopefully next year. So please be on the lookout for that as well. For those in Kumasi, for those in the Upper West, Upper East, we are coming there. So don't worry, very soon. All right, thank you. Akins. Mr. Akins Afenyo.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Please, I just want to know about distance students. We have from the most of them, where most of us we go to school on weekends, only weekends and all those stuff. So, what if the program runs from Monday to Friday? Can you still consider distance students as well? Thank you.
If you are a distance student and then your classes are weekends, then unfortunately this will not be the best for you. Sorry, on weekends, then it can help you. If you can do this program, sorry, because the classes are Mondays to Thursdays. So if your classes are on weekends, then you can apply for it. But kindly note that it's going to be 5 months. So it solely depends on you if you can couple learning AI and machine learning with what you are doing at the moment. And if it's your undergrad, then it disqualifies you because the basic requirement is for you to have completed your undergrad. And then your national service as well, because of the internship bits that hopefully turns into a permanent employment.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mr. Stephen Osei.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please, thank you. I have applied for a lot of jobs, but they haven't get back to me. But still, if I start the program later, they give me an application letter to start the job. What should I do now?
So you have to weigh your options. Which one would mean the most to you at the moment? Because we also have a program objective we are working with. So we cannot create room for you. And since you are now starting a new role, you need to do extra. You need to give in your all. So you cannot have this course taking you back, or you cannot tell your HR you are taking a course that would require your attention from Monday to Thursday. It would not sit well with him or her. So it's either you choose one that you forfeit your current job, and then you go through the program in hopes that you get something bigger. Even that alone will motivate you to do your best in class. Or you rather stick with your employment in the hopes that you will come up with a program for early stage working professionals. Then you can apply for that. Either ways, that's the only solution for this scenario. All right, Kelvin. Please pardon me if I'm not mentioning your name on time, but I'm mentioning it according to who I see. Kelvin.
Yes. Thank you and good evening. I think my question was answered on the qualification, since you said it's for those who are graduates and unemployed. Yes, but I want to know the difference between the Code4Food program and then the data analytics in terms of curriculum.
All right. So Code4Food security, as the name implies, deals with a lot of coding. That is the layman explanation I can give you. So for that, you are building a lot of AI models, you are doing deployment. But for data analytics is you are making meaning, or you are interpreting a huge chunk or a little data that you have. That's it's in simple terms. So like you have a lot of data, and then you are trying to make meaning from what you have, right? So that a decision can be made. But for code for food security, since we are doing machine learning and AI, it has to do with a lot of coding in simple things. That is what I would say. All right, Louisa Nisi.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for this Q&A session. I've learned a lot too. But my question is, since you are partnering with the World Food Program, right? Is there going to be anything on nutrition, food security, like around that side, food systems, or basically it's going to be about just the AI? Because when I saw with WFF and that World Food Program, I thought it's going to be, something based on nutrition, agriculture, coupled with a bit of AI. So I just wanted clarification on that. Thank you.
Yes. So your thoughts are right. It's going to be in agriculture, something food security, and then we infuse the AI bits of it.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, so it's not just going to be AI, no, but then AI in agriculture, in food, nutrition. So even for the projects that will be done in class would be on agriculture, food security, nothing from the health sector, it's all going to be around the agri food security area.
Oh, okay. Thank you
Alright.
very much.
You're welcome. Kofi Chinebua.
All right. Please, sorry, I'm back. My question is, I asked about those who are employed. So, with that one, let me give you a scenario about like myself. So, my company, we used to work for USAID, but unfortunately, Trump ended that. So it's like we are in the office, but we are not busy, like we are not doing any work. So with that one, no, can you still consider, or since I have filled the form that I am employed, I don't have any chance at all, or you can consider for me to join the program, because I had a discussion with my HR and he was very much interested in that for me to learn that, since it's kind of related to our field of work. So he really wanted me to be part of this training. But since I've filled the form that I'm employed, is there a way I can be like considered, or once I've done that, that's all, no consideration at all?
Okay. And thanks for your question. So if you remember when I was speaking, I mentioned that these things are not from Blossom, right? They are from the funder. That is WFP, World Food Program, under the UN umbrella. So if we have been able to partner with them to do that, we know that it's also coming from the UN. So these are things that have been agreed on. Decisions have been made. There's been a lot of thoughts, conversations, and they came out with their work plan. Blossom had this. So, no, if are working, right? And as I mentioned, the main goal of our internship is we do not promise jobs, but then we are hoping that you get retained from the internship. So then we will not be able to count your story as a success story because you are already employed. So just as the others have raised concerns, we are putting it down. After this call, we will send a feedback to all partners involved to let them know feedback from the info session. And maybe in the next cohort, if they decide to continue this, then maybe we can open room for employed graduates. But for this one, we are so sorry. Okay, Mr. George.
Okay.
All right. So because of the sake of time, we'll be taking just a few. If you have any other questions, maybe you can send it to our email at info@blossom.africa, and then we'll respond. Our numbers too are on our website. You can give us a call between 8 to 5 p.m. and then our team would be more than ready to assist you. So, Mr. George, please come up with your question.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So it seems like when you are talking, it's like unemployed graduate. So it seems like those who employed automatically we understand. What about our SHS people? You have not mentioned anything of such. It seems like your programs are for the tertiary, this kind of class. So I wanted to find out what of the SHS graduate fine, and then also number two, you are supposed to sometimes create room for weekend classes. Some are despite unemployed, but they can get little things they are doing to just also earn something on their table. But if everything is always on the weekday, at least it's going to affect some of us that are getting a little. It's not at least full-time job, but maybe part-time jobs, but it's on the weekday, and then you want to take all the weekday, you need to have to consider the weekend for us so that we can also join this aspect of uh, opportunities.
Yes, I
Thank you.
understand. Thank you, too. So for now, we do not work with SHS graduates because of what we stand for, right? So in my earlier presentation, I don't know if you were here, I gave an introduction of Blossom Academy and what we do. So because we work with youth, and maybe you think the SS graduates might fall under that, our courses are a bit advanced, I would say, and also the economic opportunity bits of it. Now, even if you are an undergrad, getting employment is very difficult here in Ghana. How much more me telling a company that, like, I'm having a call with you, and then you own a company, and then I tell you, oh, so the fellow that I want to bring you just completed Benkum Senior High School. She did data science. It's going to be hard. And here in Ghana, to be gainfully employed, you should be done with your national service. That is one thing that I know our partners are very particular about, that you are done with national service. That's like a mandatory service to the nation. Once you are done, then placements can be made anywhere for you. So that is the reason why we don't accommodate SHS people, because placements would be a bit tricky. But anyways, I'll also put that down. Maybe there is an opportunity there that we can explore in the future. So I would also put that down. And also, we all noted on the weekend sessions too.
Okay.
All right.
So concerning national service, some here they are doing their national service, and we all know that after national service you have to go to the house, go and stay home to be an unemployed. So right now that you are saying the person should finish national service, at least you may have people who are now doing their national service. And if you can create room for them to also join, because after national service, they will go home. So they are totally going to be part of the unemployed. So if you are using national service as criteria to disqualify them for now, at least consider those who are in, so that maybe when you sit on the table, we can also offer those opportunity to those of us doing the national service, so that we can also get room for advancement, because we will finish and then we come and stay in the house.
All right.
So
Okay.
thank you. Yeah.
Well noted. Thank you so much for your submission. Mr. Maxwell Kusi.
Thank you, madam. Please, I wanted to ask a question about the accommodation issue. I was suggesting that because since the program comes with a high opportunity of being employed or retained, most people are also from far away, especially some are from Bono region, but they are willing to also accommodate for hostels around Kumasi. So maybe if the institution can arrange for an option for people to come to hostel, because people are willing to afford for hostels to participate in such a program, which is not a challenge for them. So if something can be done about it.
All right. Okay, please. For this program, I cannot say yes or no, but for subsequent ones, we will try it and then make room for all that. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
So we have Mr. Moses, and then there's a user called iPhone and Donatus and Priscilla. Once we take this, we will call it a day. If you have any follow-up questions, kindly do send us an email or give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. So, Mr. Moses, let's hear from you.
Hello.
And this is a spirit.
Hello, good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Yes,
Good
please,
evening.
my question is, I'm a student, like a computer science student. So I wanted to know if you accept student to come and do interns as an attachment. That's what I want to know.
Mr. Moses, unfortunately, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
You can hear me? Yes. I was saying that I want to know if you accept students, computer science students, and then you offer them an attachment. From school, as they are schooling, if they can have access to intensive at your end.
Okay, so for that, you'd have to send us an email at info@blossom.africa if there's an opening or an opportunity. Our HR will reach back to you and then let you know if you can come in here for an internship.
Okay, all right, thank you.
With the username iPhone. Okay, so if that person is not speaking, then we can hear from Donatus.
Okay. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Can.
Okay. So my question is, you made mention of internship placement. So my question is, how is it done? Is the internship placement done in line with the interests of the fellows, or how is it done? Because it's based on agriculture and then other things. Is it that the organization that is going to be selected for the fellows is going to be based on randomly, or is going to be done based on the interests of the applicants? How is it done? The intention. Thank you.
Okay, so there is a matching process when it comes to internship. We match the organization, what they do to your background as well. So there is no way maybe we can give you, maybe as an agri student, we match you with a company like MTN. That's just on a few cases, right? And it's also dependent on you if you want to work with MTN, or maybe they have a new initiative coming up that has to do with agri, that has to do with the farmers, and then you can work there. But for now, we have a matching process that we do in-house just to make sure that we are paying you with the right opportunity. and just not leaving you with the opportunity. Okay, let's hear from Priscilla.
Hi, Miss Pamela.
Yes, please.
So my name is, oh, sorry, I don't have to mention. My name is Princella.
Princella, all right.
Yes, please, Princella. So, I applied as a freelance and as a writer. Freelancing is as and when you have an idea that you want to write about, then you find your funders, and then you find your funders, and then you get them to help you bring that story out. So in my case, am I disqualified? Because it's not like I'm working under any strict, I'm a freelance means I'm on my own. I don't work for anybody in particular. Am I disqualified?
Okay, please send an email and then the admissions team would give you a proper response on that, please. Or you
Okay.
can call us maybe tomorrow during the day, and then I can hand over the phone to the right person to speak.
All right, sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you. All right.
I know I said your question was the last, but let's finish with Mr. Caleb. Kindly note that this call was recorded and then will be put on our YouTube. So if you missed anything, if there is anything you want to go back to, if you also want more clarification, you can call our numbers, any of our numbers, and you can also send us an email. In as much as it's a lot, we will try to respond to them on time so that you would have access to your questions. So let's end with Mr. Caleb. Caleb up here.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay. Please, I wanted to ask about. I know you've answered questions on NSP, National Service Personnel, but some of us are teaching assistants, so we have some free time. So I wanted to still know if would be placed under consideration if someone is to come up with such a situation.
Okay, and so that is your contract, or how long is your opportunity going to be? It's going to be a year, right?
Yes, please, for a year.
Yes, so the internship bit might be an issue. So it's not only about you having time during your working hours to maybe focus on class. We are also thinking about the internship bits, right? And AI and machine learning in its sense will require a lot of practice and devotion.
Okay.
So if your attention is also needed somewhere, you coupling this with this, maybe you are making sure that your students are doing their projects and all that. Well, I think that it can be a handful.
Okay.
Right. And I'm also thinking about the internship base. I don't know if you'd have to leave your teaching assistant job for the internship. What if they decide to give you full-time employment? Are you even done with your service to talk of? So those are the things that we look at.
Please, one final question. So if that's
All
the
right.
case, can there's no slot again unless another cohort is open, or can you just apply, or can someone like you, can I just apply for the professional
Yes.
any
So for
professional?
somebody like you can apply for that is if it's an area of interest. Now, let's bear in mind that we are just not applying for applying sake, right?
Okay.
Sure, that is an area of interest. The requirements, the course is something that you are interested in before you go in for it. So for you, if you are interested in the data analytics, you can sure go ahead and apply for that as well. So just a few questions in the comments. So stipend will be in the form of data bundles for this particular cohort. I know some of you have been referred by your friends, and maybe they received transportation, stipend, and all that. But for this one, every funder has its own criteria and benefit or support they would want to give to the students. So for this is stipend, and then you'll be catered for in terms of meals when you come in for in-person sessions. So we'll give you meals and water throughout the entire day just to make sure you have enough energy since it's a full day class. So data bundles and then meals, that is what I'm privy to for now. If there's any addition, that will come in during the orientation. But for now, that is it. So kindly note that the application closes Monday on the 8th of December. So if this information or info session has enlightened you, or if you had any doubts and now you have answers to them, you can apply quickly before the deadline. The application closes at 5 p.m. If you know any friend who you think would benefit from it, you can share it with them. I mean, based on how this will go, maybe the WFP team would want to do this for an entire year, would want to do this again, over and over again. So kindly apply before the deadline, because after the 8th, applications will not be opened again. And if you are here and you realize that you don't fit into the requirements, you can check our data analytics class out too. If it suits what you are looking for, if you have an interest for it, if you miss the requirements, you can apply for that. So in as much as I would love to take all your questions, it's 5:33. We've spent about 1 hour and a half on this call. So let's channel our questions to our email and then WhatsApp or call us. Thank you so much for joining this call, everybody. We truly appreciate your time, and I wish you all the best. If you applied for our program, I genuinely wish that you will get into the program, get to experience Blossom Academy, and whatever objective that you have for applying, you'll be able to meet it. Thank you and see you all. So there will be an info session again for the data analytics for working professionals. So if you applied for that, there'll be an info session and the team will walk you through everything that you need to know about that one, just as I have. Maybe it would be me, it might be a different team member. So when the time is up, we communicate that with you. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your evening, and see you some other time. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.